Imagine a world where one name, one logo, is everywhere. On your phone, in your car, powering your city. It feels like they've always been here, an unshakable giant. But every giant starts small, and their story is one of grit, sacrifice, and a single-minded vision that the world simply wasn't ready for. This is the story of Nexus. It all began in a cramped, dusty garage, not with a bang, but with a quiet hum of servers and the smell of stale coffee. The founders, a small group of idealists and engineers, weren't trying to conquer the world. They were trying to solve a problem: how to connect everything, seamlessly and intelligently. Their first product, a simple data-sharing protocol, was laughed at. It was slow, clunky, and ignored by the big tech titans of the day. It was seen as a joke, a footnote in the industry. But while the world was laughing, Nexus was learning. Every failure was a lesson. Every line of code that crashed was a stepping stone. They were obsessed. They worked while others slept, fueled by a belief that data was the new oil. And they were building the ultimate pipeline. The sacrifices were immense. Homes were remortgaged, relationships strained, and personal lives were put on hold. They weren't just building a company. They were forging a weapon, piece by painstaking piece, in the shadows. Their strategy was unconventional, almost invisible. They didn't chase the consumer market. Instead, they went after the boring, unsexy stuff: logistics, supply chains, urban infrastructure. They gave their technology away for pennies, embedding their code deep within the systems that run our world. Think of it like a digital root system, spreading silently beneath the surface. While their rivals were busy fighting over shiny new gadgets for consumers, Nexus was quietly becoming the nervous system of global industry. Their first big break came during a massive global shipping crisis. Ports were clogged, supply chains were broken, and chaos reigned. Suddenly, every major corporation was desperate for a solution. And there was Nexus. With their quiet, efficient system that had been learning and optimizing for years, they didn't just offer a fix. They offered a future. Overnight, they went from being a niche player to an essential service. Their software became the standard. The world, in its moment of crisis, had unknowingly handed them the keys to the kingdom. This was their Trojan horse. Once they were inside, they began to connect the dots. The shipping data connected to warehouse data, which connected to manufacturing data, which connected to energy grid data. They weren't just managing logistics anymore. They were predicting trends, influencing markets, and shaping demand before it even happened. Their predictive algorithms became so powerful, so accurate, that they knew what you wanted before you did. The moment of realization for the world wasn't a sudden shock, but a slow, creeping dread. It started with small things. A competitor's product launch would fail spectacularly because Nexus's supply chain data had already predicted a lack of demand. A nation's economy would dip. And analysts would later discover that Nexus's algorithms had rerouted global investment weeks prior. The big tech giants, who had once laughed at them, woke up to find themselves completely surrounded. They tried to fight back, of course. Antitrust lawsuits were filed, governments launched investigations, rival companies tried to build their own systems, but it was like trying to untangle a spider's web with your bare hands. Nexus was too deeply embedded. To remove them would mean shutting down ports, grounding planes, and turning off the power. They had made themselves indispensable. They weren't just a company anymore. They were infrastructure. The world had become their chessboard, and everyone else was just a pawn. The founders, now reclusive billionaires, rarely speak publicly. They don't need to. Their creation speaks for them, in the silent, efficient hum of a world running on their code. They didn't win by being the loudest or the flashiest. They won by being the most patient, the most strategic, and the most ruthless in their pursuit of a single goal. They saw a future that no one else did, and they built it, block by block, while the rest of the world was looking the other way. And so, the next time you tap your phone to order a package, or see a cargo ship glide into port, or even just flip a light switch, remember the story of Nexus? Remember the dusty garage, the quiet ambition, and the relentless focus. It has a powerful and perhaps terrifying lesson. The future doesn't always arrive with a trumpet blast. Sometimes, it creeps in silently, on a line of code, until one day, we wake up and realize the world we knew is gone, and it's too late to get it back. Is this kind of silent dominance inspiring or frightening? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's a fascinating topic to discuss. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoy stories about strategy, power, and the forces that shape our world, be sure to subscribe for more. See you in the next one.